Hey guys, Sherman614 here. Got another knife review for you guys. And I'm really surprised that I did not have a video of this knife already. And, you know, I was going through my knife box and messing around with some of my knives and just playing with them. You know, you gotta take your knives out every once in a while and play with them, guys. You know, don't let them collect too much dust. So, I was doing that and I realized I did not have a review of this guy yet. And I thought that was kind of surprising. I mean, I had a comparison video with this and my Kershaw Cyclone, but I had no review. So I thought I'd make a quick review, not go over too much, because this knife is owned by everybody and their dog. So just kind of got some little props here just to make it more visually interesting. But that wasn't in the box to the Tenacious, by the way. But anyway, this is the amazing Spyderco Tenacious. And I think any and all knife enthusiasts should own this knife. It is an incredible high value knife by Spyderco. And even if you're not a knife guy and maybe you're just getting into knives, I think this would be a great starting point. So I'm just going to jump into the handle and everything like I always do first. First, you got G10 handle scales. Very nice. Not great for traction. They're kind of slick. I kind of compare it to Rat 1 folder, which is FRN handles, I believe, but feels about the same. Kershaw Skyline, it has G10 handles, but they are textured a lot nicer. And they're about the same price. The Skyline's about $4 more, give or take. But so the texturing's okay. It could be a lot better, and there's a lot better options, or not a lot better, there's some better options out there. But you know, they got to keep the price point around $25 to $30. So it's okay texturing. Your hand isn't going to slip from it very easily, but you know. Anyway, it's got a really nice lanyard hole that has a metal eyelet running through it, so that is different. That's something you don't even see on most $50 to $60 knives. So that's nice that they add that little feature. It just looks nicer. It's probably adds to some rigidity if you have the lanyard on there. But it's nice. I like that little feature. Very strong stamped pocket clip. It's a different pocket clip design, or it has the cutout in the middle so that you can mount it high enough with the lanyard hole so you can still put a lanyard through it, which is nice. It's a nice added little feature there, so you don't have the extra lanyard hole and then the clip. They just add it all into one. So that's just what I mean about Spyderco. Like I said in my Spyderco appeal video, is that they just get such little details right. It's just they really just think about things before they execute. You know, like this, it's just such a small detail, but you think back on it, it's like, wow, that's actually really cool. You know, not many people do that. So that's really cool. It's also the four-way pocket clip design. You can mount it tip up, tip down, left to right hand carry. Another great thing that Spyderco does that I absolutely love. And this clip, by the way, as I got it, was mounted for tip down carry, which I don't prefer, so I swapped the clip to tip up. Now what I had to do was, this was still a little bit hard to put on and take out of my pocket because of the G10 texturing. Like I said, it's not that it's that grippy, but still, it was a little tougher than I like. So I took the clip off and I sanded down the area under the clip just a little bit, and now it's perfect. So that's just kind of a little mod that I do with a lot of my knives, whether they're G10 or like really abrasive FRN. So I have to do that. Flow-through design means it has no back spacer. It is just flow through solid design, so you can take your cans of compressed air and just blow all the gunk and dust and lint you got going on there from carrying in your pocket for so long. And it's got the pillars. You got 6 Torx bits holding it together, which is really nice, really solid. This knife is built like a tank. So really nice. Like I said, it's just really nice overall aesthetically very nice looking knife, first glance. Blade is dirty. Should have cleaned that off before I started the video. Anyway, got the really nice full flat ground, a little over 3-inch blade. Let's take a look at the exact length. Exact length is about 3.5 inches. With about an exactly 3 1/8 inch cutting edge. So you're getting a 3.5 inch blade there, give or take, like, you know, a few eighths. Very nice. You got the full flat ground leaf-shaped blade that Spyderco does that I love. Love full flat ground blades. They just look so sleek and just simple. That's what they are. They're just simple, but they're excellent at shearing. It's an excellent shearing design when you're cutting through materials. It just goes right through. So, love full flat ground blades, as you guys may or may not already know. But anyway, blade material is the 8CR 13MOV, as you see stamped into the blade, the Spyderco, right there by the ramp, which got the Spyderco symbol, little Spidey bug. And the blade is, this knife is made in China, as also you see stamped on this side of the blade. So this is really the only Spyderco knife manufactured in China. I mean, I know you have the Bird line, which is a subline of Spyderco, but this is actually a Spyderco knife. Now, along with this, you also have the Spyderco Persistence, which has a 2 3/4 inch blade, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 1/4 inch blade. And then one step above this one, you have the Spyderco Resilience, which has a 4 1/4 inch blade. So you can get this knife in a 2, 3, and 4 inch, basically. So it's pretty nice. All the same design and everything. The only thing difference is the overall size of the knife. So it's really bugging me. Hold on, let me wipe up this blade a little bit. It's bugging me, all the marks. Try to clean them up before the reviews, but I just didn't think about it. Back here on the thumb ramp, of course, you got the Spyderco jimping, which is the jimping on this Tenacious is different than most Spyderco jimping. It's much more farther apart and almost really resembles like teeth. Jimping is much further apart in this knife, but in my opinion, it adds for even better traction than most Spyderco jimping. So excellent jimping. I'd say the best that I've ever felt on a knife to this date, or at least some of the best. It is incredible. So they just get it right. This jimping is amazing. Just jagged, really digs into the fat of your thumb, and your thumb isn't gonna slip. And also, because of the Spidey hole, you always have that little upswept thumb ramp. So you're always going to get that extra added traction as well because you have that steep thumb ramp. So that's really nice. You also have some jimping down here on the liner lock, which is really nice. You get a big run of jimping, which helps a little bit, especially when you're disengaging the lock. It just helps when you have that little added something to grab onto. And you have this nicely, what do you call it, beveled or whatever, smoothed out portion right here to get your thumb in there to disengage that lock. And also it helps to get your thumb down in there to deploy the blade. So that's really nice. As you can see down there, it has some nice lighting right now, so it's great. You can see that the steel liners are drilled out. They're skeletonized partially. And just by the looks of it, looks like the Spyderco did as good a job skeletonizing those liners as possible. Probably wouldn't want to go any more than that. Worry about the integrity of the knife. But they did the best they could decreasing the weight. What is the weight, by the way, you might ask? This knife is about 4 ounces. That's not too bad. I mean, I'm not a huge knife weight guy. I don't really care. Now, I don't want to be carrying around any 8-ounce pocket knife, which I don't know of any personally, but unless it's like the Benchmade LFK or something. But so I really don't care. So that bears no relevance to me, or is of no importance, I should say. But so that's no big deal. The factory edge of this knife, let's see if I can get a piece of paper. I just have these little bitty post-it notes right now. I kind of ran out of my notebook paper that I was using. But factory edge, haven't touched it up. Whoop, stuck to that piece of paper a little bit, look at that. But this knife did come very sharp, which is what I would expect from Spyderco. I mean, that's what you get from Spyderco. Shaving sharp? I don't remember right out of the box. Now I have used this knife pretty heavily, so let's see if it can actually. Yeah, it's kind of. There's a hair or two on there. It's kind of hard to see. Got some scrapes on there from some of the things I was cutting. Or have I touched this up a little bit? Actually, I think that's just scraped from wear. Yeah, I haven't touched it up. You can see it still has the factory grinds. But, just incredibly sharp right out of the box, guys. And, lockup. Now, like I said, when I bought this knife, I was thinking, okay, Spyderco is probably going to be good, but still, $30 and made in China. It's probably going to have some blade play, and it's probably not going to be very sharp. Well, I got it out of the box, and I tried a cutting test. And it was shaving hair, and it was slicing through paper like a hot knife through butter. God, that's overused and lame. But anyway. And then I was thinking about the lockup, of how it's probably real crappy, but this knife, from when I got it, and still to this day, has absolutely no blade play, up and down or side to side. Thank you very much, Spyderco. So, this knife is just built like a freaking tank. I mean, for $30. And you know, the persistence and resilience are going to be the same way. I'd really like to get my hands on a resilience. And, yeah, this knife is an incredible little knife. I know a lot of you guys, you're thinking, well, $30 is still pretty high, man. You know, you can go to Home Depot and get a Colombian Trail for $9 or whatever brand they are. Appalachian Trail, that was one that they sell. Anyway. But yeah, you get those knives and they won't even cut through paper, you know. And you get them in the blades, you can like do like this and you'll hear them rattling. So this is probably the best quality knife for the price that you can get. Of course I say that. Let's look at some knives in this price range. $30. Kershaw Skyline. I got this for $35. You can find them for about $32. You got the G10 handle scales, which are, in my opinion, offer a little bit better traction than the Tenacious. Smaller than the Tenacious, not by much, but it is very, very svelte and light, and in my opinion, sharper than the Tenacious. Let's see, also in the same price range, you can get a Ontario Rat 1 folder, which is bigger than the Tenacious, just by a little bit. The I believe the Zytel handles are FRN. I don't believe it's G10. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in an annotation in this video. And not in the same price range, but I put in the same category, the CRKT Drifter, about 20 bucks. The G10 handle scales, a little bit smaller than the Tenacious, about the same size as the Skyline. But I'm telling you guys, knife companies are just, they're getting it nowadays. They understand that people can't always go out and buy $80 knives if they want quality. So Spyderco realized that, and yes, they do have reasonable knives. They have the wonderful Delicas, you know, but here again, this is about $60 depending on where you look. Not everybody can afford a Delica or a Spyderco Endura, you know, if they want quality. So so that's when Spyderco came out with the amazing Tenacious, and of course now the persistence and resilience. And of course, like I said, the Ontario Rat 1, that's an older knife. The Skyline came out about around the same time as the Tenacious, if I'm not mistaken, and the CRK Drifter has actually been around before all of them. It's discontinued now. So, yeah, this knife, if you've ever been thinking about getting it, don't think anymore. Just go out and buy it. I mean, 30 bucks. You get all the features. I mean, you get G10, rock solid lockup, razor sharp, 4-way positional pocket clip. I mean, insanely, like, it's excellent jimping. And it's, you know, full flat ground blade. You really get it all. And what was it? I lost my train of thought for a second. Anyway, I'm doing this video a little late, guys, because yeah, they're threatening snow at my house and freezing rain, so it's saying power outages. So I want to get this video done before, you know, all the snow hits. But anyway, so yeah, you guys need to check this knife out if you don't already own one, or even if this knife seems pretty big to you. You know, here it is in my hand. You know, I have medium-sized hands. Then you can get the Persistence, which is have a 2 1/4 inch blade, or even the Resilience, which I'd love to get, with a 4 1/4 inch blade. Oh, also, I meant to mention the ergonomics. The ergonomics are amazing on this knife. The very smooth and like beveled G10 scales. Just very nice. Very, very comfortable. In any grip. In saber grip, reverse grip, is just insanely comfortable. So that's another upside to this knife. The ergonomics are amazing. So it's a great knife. You guys really need to go out and just pick one up. Just incredible. Has a ton of features that a lot of knives these days do not offer for an amazing price. And it's a Spyderco. But if you can afford it, definitely go out and, you know, get a Delica or Endura if you want a great Spyderco. Or, you know, if you're not too crazy on that design, you know, there's, like I said, a bunch of other knives in that option, or knives in that price range. And I'll probably do a video soon of like some of the knives that I just showed. You know, the by the way, this Ontario Rat 1 review coming up very soon. Guys, one of my newer knives, and yeah, of course, I already have a video of my Drifter and my Kershaw Skyline, which I might redo, to be honest. And but like I said, I might do a video comparing all 4 of those knives, and kind of like what I did with my Tenacious and my Kershaw Cyclone, just comparing all the $30 EDC knives, perfect EDC knives. But anyway, yeah, this would make an excellent EDC knife. I have EDC'd this knife for about a month, not this month, but when I first got it. And it was just an excellent performer. The blade steel is adequate because, you know, ACR 13 MOV is adequate. Slightly lesser than AUS 8. I prefer AUS 8, but it's just as good. It sharpens up very nice and will get razor sharp. And it's just a really, really nice steel. But it is soft, so you will have to sharpen it more frequent than you would like AUS 8. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. And yeah, just go out and just check this knife out. And it's a little and older brother, because they are incredible knives, and they're just a complete bargain. Like, this is an insanely high value knife. So, hope you guys enjoyed the review. And like I said, if you got any questions, you know where to put them. Sherman614, peace.